the World Health Organization calls male infertility. It's a neglected health issue worldwide. It accounts for about 40% of all infertility cases. And our next guest is here to highlight some of the reasons and some of the alternative ways to help. Joining us in studio is traditional Chinese medicine practitioner Mary Wong. Mary, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So in your practice, and you've been doing this for about 20 years, have you noticed, I have to just assume that men don't want to talk about this? That it's like pulling teeth to get men to come in and deal with this as an issue?
Absolutely, to the point where a lot of men do not come out and seek help. And in fact, I would say about 5% of people come in with male factor, and it's funny, it's their female counterpart that comes in, and when I check their history, it's like, oh, it's a male factor issue. Where's your husband?
So let's talk about how hard is it for you to get men to broach this subject? Because my guess, again, is that talking about it is the first step to solving the problem.
Yes, well, it does take time, and unfortunately for most, they come in through the encouragement of their wives. But when they do come in, what I do see is that they have low motility, meaning poor swimmers, and misshapen sperm, so low morphology, and they can have low sperm count, so shooting blanks.
So those are the visuals the men don't really want to. They don't want those in their heads. But what could be some of the reasons behind this?
Well, there's so many reasons, and I go through it extensively in my book, Pathways to Pregnancy, but I'll give you a takeaway. So men are also aging as we are trying to reproduce. So as we know, age impacts quality of sperm. And also now there's more and more chemicals, both in our food and in our environment. So things like pesticides in foods, that can impact sperm. And then lifestyle things like cigarette smoking. And now we're also legalizing marijuana, so I worry about the impact of that on sperm, and obesity.
So what are some things that people could do without having to take any medicine or any pills? What are some perhaps lifestyle choice changes that people could make that could have an impact on the quality of their sperm?
Absolutely, and there are many. So I really love it that you add this in, because sperm can change. They generate in 3 months. So things
really?
Yeah. So
resilient little guys.
Yes. So again, avoiding things like pesticides in foods, and avoiding even plastic water bottles with BPA, hair products. Right? So, like Rogaine.
Oh, really? That can affect it? Oh, I've heard about that. That's right.
Yeah.
Can a low sperm count or can male infertility be a sign of something else? Can it be a symptom of something else?
It can be, but there's no direct correlation. But there has been issues otherwise, yes.
I've got to wonder, as a practitioner of Eastern medicine, is there ever a situation where you encounter someone with male infertility and you direct them to Western medicine? I
do that all the time. Yeah. I believe in bridging the gap between Eastern and Western medicine.
And so what would be the reasons where you would tell one of your patients you need to go see a doctor of Western medicine?
Well, very first thing is if they have zero sperm, but they typically already come in knowing that. Although sometimes there has been a shock, yeah. And then looking at other lifestyle things, I didn't add it earlier, but you know, if you are going into hot tubs every day or using laptop computer on your lap all the time, that can impact sperm, so we have to change that.
We should change the name of the laptop and just call it a tabletop or something, so that men don't think to put it here. And would you say, again, I keep going at this based on guesses, but would you say that coming in, having a checkup early, rather than waiting till it's a problem, could be beneficial?
Absolutely, because, and that's all it takes. You go to the doctor's office and you get a sperm sample, and you can even do that in the comfort of your own home and bring it into cup back to the clinic.
It's a serious issue, but maybe it's the sort of, as a security blanket, I chuckle at it to protect myself, but every man should definitely take a look at this, you're saying.
I absolutely believe in that wholeheartedly, because every time when women and couples are trying to conceive and they're having a longer time taking care of this, it's like, well, we can't just check the woman, we have to check the man too.
But is that a case of, is it wishful thinking in the part of the man to say, well, you know, we're having problem conceiving, I'm hoping that it's my wife, so it's not my issue? Or would your recommendation be the couple approach this as you know, this is a problem that we both share, whether it comes from my side or your side. It's a problem we both share.
And I do believe that it is a couple's issue, right? So whoever is involved in this.
This is all great information, Mary. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.